Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon to talk a little bit about the CHIPS Venture Forum. So today, the objective of this interactive session is to share more, of course, about the initiative itself. What is the process for you to apply? And we will answer all your questions. We collect your feedback and maybe some specific demand. So this session is recorded. It will be made available on the aCCCess YouTube channel, and the slides will be distributed to the attendees. So I'm Régis Samla, I'm CTO of Blue Morpho, and I'm the coordinator of the aCCCess Coordination Action, Coordination and Support Action. And this afternoon with me, I have my colleague Radia. Good afternoon, Radia.
Hi, hello everyone. Happy to have you all. Quick word about myself too. I'm Radia, Innovation Manager at Blue Morpho, and I work alongside Régis on the aCCCess project. So I'll be your main point of contact. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. You'll find my contact details at the end of this webinar. And before we dive in, just a quick reminder, you're in an interactive webinar, so feel free to use the title, the little Q&A box to ask your questions along the way. Don't be shy, ask your hard questions and put our expertise to the test. And just to show you how interactive we really are, we'd love for you to start by answering a quick poll.
Yes, so I'm launching the poll. So the question is very simple. Are you a startup, scale-up, a cluster, a competence center, a large corporate, or something else? Something else. Maybe you don't fit into any of these categories. And yeah, it's important for us to understand who is in the room. And we see that for the moment, there are, let's say, nearly 75% of the people in the room who are startup and scale up. So thank you very much for your participation. And let's get into it now. So let's talk about the CHIPS Venture Forum. So what we discussed today takes place in the context of the European CHIPS Act. So as you know, this European CHIPS Act is the strategic response of Europe to the global semiconductor challenge. It has many objectives, but mostly it has an objective of sovereignty and to reinforce a resilient and sustainable value chain. This is why the aCCCCess, in partnership with the EIC and the European Commission and the DG Connect more specifically, we are bringing to you this opportunity to meet with investors and corporates. So the objective of the DG Connect for this initiative is to unlock the access to financing beyond the Series A. And for the EIC, it's also to support the portfolio, the EIC portfolio, to get access to strategic and financial partners. So we're going to talk a lot about venture capital investors, but this is not the only purpose of this venture forum. This is also the opportunity for you to meet with some potential clients and large corporates. So maybe a few words about the competence centers. The competence center, they are one of the pillars of the DG Connect strategy in the establishment of this network of competence centers. So you have one competence center in each member state. It's actually a national innovation hotspot. They have a strategic role. They serve as the link between advanced research and the industrial deployment. And they are designed to accelerate the semiconductor development by bringing together researchers and businesses. So the competence centers will focus first on small and medium-sized enterprise, and startups are obviously part of that. And there will be also some technical support. So what are the services? You will have technical support, technology transfer. The objective is also to facilitate the access to the pilot lines and the design platform and training. So what is this network? You will see on this map that you have up to 30 competence centers in total. You can see maybe your country and your competence center. If you don't know who is in charge of your competence center, contact us. That's our job, because as aCCCess, our job is to connect the European Chips Competence Center, so CCCs in short, the chips pilot lines and the design platform to build the European network of Chips Competence Center. So again, 30 competence centers with 2 in Spain and 2 in Belgium. So a few words about aCCCess. We are a coordination and support action. We have 7 partners. So Blue Morpho is coordinator with CNSC, MESAP, Minalogic, SEMICON Europe, SEMICON Saxony, and VDI, VDIT. It's a project for 4 years. We started in March with a budget of 4 million euros. You can see on the right a list of associated partners of this initiative. What are we doing? We will facilitate the access to technology and training. We're going to build some catalogs of training and technology offers. These initiatives are mostly led by Minalogic and MESAP. And from the finance and business intelligence standpoint, we want to facilitate the access to the CHIPS Fund. We will also organize some monthly webinars. We call that the CHIPS Think Tank. The CHIPS Venture Forum is also an annual event. We're going to do that every year. So this is the first edition in the next November. It's the introduction to deep tech investors. And on the right, what you can see is our future website. It's a platform to facilitate the identification of the right partners. In fact, you will have an AI-powered tool on the bottom right. You can see this button here. It will be your chatbot, which will be trained with all the information and all the content which is available from the Competence Center. And you will have the possibility to ask all your questions and find the right partners. And obviously, the idea at the end is more to have a contact and that we can do the introductions. So now that you know a little bit more about the motivation, the strategic aspects, the partners and the competence centers, so I will ask Radia to take over and to give us a little bit more about what's behind the CHIPS Venture Forum and how to apply.
Thank you, Regis. So the CHIPS Venture Forum is brought to you by a network of competence centers in partnership with the EIC Accelerator and DG Connect, and in the presence of leading deep tech venture capital investors, corporate ventures, and industrial players. It's not just a one-off event, like Regis said. It's an entire process designed to support collaboration and investment. The first edition will take place in November 2025 during SEMICON Europe in Munich, and the exact date will be confirmed soon, but it will be between November 18 and November 21. The forum is open to startups creating value across the entire semiconductor value chain, from materials and chip design to manufacturing, integration, and end applications. The only condition to apply is that your activity is related, even broadly, to semiconductors. We're keeping the criteria as open as possible, both in terms of technology and maturity stage. So whether you're a pre-seed, seed, series A, B, or C, you're welcome to apply. We will welcome companies from across the entire semiconductor, as I said, so the entire value chain, from materials to packaging, including process equipment like mainstream silicon technology, ADA and design automation, packaging and assembly, and others. What you see on the right, like power electronics, etc., are more specific technology categories. This is simply to help us organize the meetings. more efficiently based on your profile and area of expertise. So don't worry too much about fitting perfectly into one box. We're flexible, and it's a large scope since it's semiconductor related. So to apply, the only requirement is to fill out the application form. This form will be shared by and with investors, and the information you provide will be used to create an investment opportunities portfolio. So Régis will share the link in the chat. All the questions are standard questions typically asked by investors, but please pay attention to the character limits. We want the information really to be as clear and concise as possible. The data you provide will be included also in a public booklet. But don't worry, your slide deck will remain confidential and will only be shared with registered investors. And if you feel like you don't exactly match any of the listed categories that you can see also on the form, just select other and tell us more in your own words.
Thank you, Radia. So now a little bit more information about who you're going to meet. So this first edition is done in partnership also with the Info community of investors. Info is a community of investors which started about 16 years ago. And you will see here, we have made a selection for you of organizations which are really interested in everything related to silicon and quantum. Just a few examples. On the left of this picture, you can see Anne Le Breton. She's more into the early stage cases, and she's well known from many photonics companies because she's also advisor of photonics company. Emre Connard in Hardware Club is also known for his investment into analog photonics, gyroscopes, again, in silicon photonics. Motherwave, they invest into photonics like Acatonics, Codasip, Equal One, which is a quantum computer company. 360 Partners, they invested into fabless companies like Neuronova, i4Near, which is into near-infrared, again, photonics. C12 is a well-known quantum computing company again. So companies, corporate venture like Troom Venture, for example, they might look more for how they could use lasers into machines for semiconductors. That's a different positioning. Airbus Venture, they are known as Airbus, but they are not a corporate venture. It's more a traditional VC, and they invested a lot into quantum like C12, IonQ, Q-Control, QCware. And more people here, another list, we will also have people from Robert Bosch Venture Capital, who were also among the first to invest into quantum already in 2018. IMEC Expand is known also for his investment into vertical compute, WISE, which is a gallium nitride circuit. Optalysis for photonics, also they invested into Celestial AI. So Deep Tech Excel is also an early stage investment fund. And so Rose Frerichs, who is in the picture here, is a former Silicon guy, actually. And they have invested into Microline, which is a fiber to chip coupling. So again, this community of investors have started to work together about 16 years ago. And they have one event which is called the Info Ventures Forum, which is taking place every 2 years. And here there are a few examples of investment like Effect Photonics, like Prophecy, and Atom Computing. All these companies have been awarded during the Info Ventures Forum. So just to give you, that was just to give you an insight of the investors who will be present in the room. It will not be limited to investors. There will be, again, some corporates present in the room because this is, as we explained, one of the objectives of this forum, finance, but also business. So let's get into the process and the process timeline. So the application to the Chips Venture Forum is now open since the 1st of July, and it will continue up to the 19th of September. So during this phase, you can already contact your competence center. Some of them will give you some specific support. So unfortunately, not all the competence centers are up and running today because some are really into the early stage. But in any case, it's always good for you to contact them. Again, if you don't know your competence center, we will be here to introduce you to your partners. So during this phase, you connect to the application form, you fill in the form. You can do it in 2 times, but the best is really to do it as fast as possible, because it will help us to invite the corporates and to perform the right matchmaking for you. So as we said, for the forum, there will be an event, a face-to-face event at the end, but the important part is already happening online. We will host a webinar around September to introduce you some investors who will explain what they are looking for, what they are expecting from a company, and what is their strategy with regard to semiconductor. But there will be also so online meetings will start in September until October, and during this phase, each applicant will have up to 3 meetings with investors, or investors or corporates. And during these meetings, there will be a selection that will be made. There will be a consensus among the investors to select the one that they would like to see pitching on stage. So during these meetings, it will be 15-20 minutes. You will have 5 minutes to introduce your case with a pitch. You do it just as you want. You can use slides or not, but we will secure those 5 minutes for you to introduce your case, and then Q&A and discussion with investors. 15-20 minutes is short, but a lot can happen. And you have to remember that your objective is not to sign a deal with the investor, but really to make it to the next step. So during this, between October, there will be 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks in October, where we will train the organization to pitch on stage. The selection will be made by the investors, and then there will be a training that will be provided by Blue Morpho. You will be trained to pitch on a 5 minutes talk. This will be the format. About between 15 and 20 companies will be selected to pitch on stage, depending on the quality of the crowd. And of course, we will finish with an event that will take place again during SEMICON Europe in Munich. Again, the date itself is not selected yet. But even if you are not selected to pitch on stage, you will be invited to participate for free during this event. It will be a closed door event between investors, corporates, and venture and startups. There will be also people from the European Commission and a few competence centers as well. All right. So what's going on during this event? So of course there will be pitching. Of course, 20 organizations. So it will start at 9, finish at 5. We will have panels pitching. Lots of opportunities for networking. So even if you do not pitch on stage, you will have the opportunity to have some meetings and to network. So all is not lost, even if you're not pitching on stage. And again, pitching on stage, it's an added bonus. And but the networking and the meeting that you will have ahead of this event will have a lot of value as well. So after the event, all the information that you will have collected that we will have collected into the application form will be aggregated into a catalog of investment opportunities. It will, if there are some elements that you don't want to be published, we will simply correct the form. And it will be made available as a downloadable booklet. And there will be some additional elements in it, like the results of the panel's discussion, for example. We will also push a lot of communication through the network, and we will also publish some blog posts and invite you to our webinars. So that's it for most of the information that we wanted to share with you. And we are now ready to take your questions. So I will check if there are any questions into the chat. All right. So there's one specific question about the competence centers in Switzerland. So there's no competence center in Switzerland, but you can contact us, and we'll discuss this point. If you don't have any further questions, we do have one for you. We would like to know if you plan to apply, simply to plan to apply. So I will launch the second question. Do you plan to apply? Yes or no? You're not sure yet. If you're not sure yet, you may want also to have a call with us. And if you're not sure yet, maybe it's important for you to ask a question right now on the reasons why you are not sure yet to apply. So we'll give you some time to apply. Are there some elements on which you would like us to come back? The process is clear. So again, you apply until the 19th of September. You will meet investors and corporates between the 19th of September and the 3rd of October. Then from there, you will move to a selection phase, and you will be trained to pitch online. About 18 to 20 companies will be selected, but all of you will be invited to participate to the event. So there's one question. Does it matter geographically where in the EU the startup is based? I would say no, as long as you are part of the European Union, there's no problem for you to participate. And again, if you are not sure about your eligibility, the best is to contact us. I'm going to close the questions. What is the role of the competence centers regarding the application process? So the competence center are direct sourcing of startups. You can decide to apply directly. You have the link, then you just apply. But if you reach your competence center, there might be some additional support that can be provided by the competence center. They can maybe look at your pitch deck. They can maybe also give you some support to travel to Germany if you are selected. Again, each competence center will have its specific support, and you will need to talk to them directly. People who are located in Romania, yes, in Romania, you are perfectly eligible. So I have some questions again from Swiss startups. So the best is we're going to talk directly to you to discuss the possibilities here. We will contact you directly. So there's a question about, are we going to redirect and inform the competence center following a contact from a startup? So the answer is yes. So if one company from a specific country is applying to, for example, if a Romanian company is applying, we're going to inform, of course, the competence center of Romania so that you can have a direct discussion with them. All right, so I see that there's maybe no additional questions for the moment.
Just to
So
Renaud
again,
for
this,
sorry, this
yes, I'm going to reply
slides.
to this one.
Yeah.
This, as we were saying at the beginning of the presentation, the event is recorded and it will be made available on the YouTube channel of aCCCCess, and the slides are going to be shared with everyone at the end of this session. So now our contact details. So if you want to contact me, you have my address here, hamlin@bluemorpho.com. But you may also want to contact Radia directly, who will be your primary contact for any questions. So there's also a question about how will startups schedule meetings with potential investors and companies during the events? There will be any matchmaking tool. So we are going to perform the matchmaking for the startups and the corporates. This is something that we will take care of. It will not be a matchmaking tool that will be available for companies to take meetings. That's something that will be done by ourselves. All right. So thank you all for your participation. I think that we have covered most of the agenda for today. We will recommend you to remain posted. We're going to have another session in the early September with investors so that they can share with you why they are interested in semiconductor, why what they are expecting, what they are looking for, and that will help you to prepare the meetings and of course your pitching. So,
and for the ones who selected that they want to have a call with us, don't hesitate to reach me so we can settle this down.
Yep. So thank you everyone and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.